Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Petra Weldes, Spiritual Director here, and we have a treat for you today and this whole month. We are starting out our conversation about infinite abundance, prosperous living, as we move into our Adventures in Spirit program. This is our opportunity to go deep into prosperity principles, understanding the abundance of the universe, and it is our one time of the year that we talk about how we support our community with our gifts and donations and pledges. So you are in for a ride, and I'm glad you're on board. We do want to let you know that also that we have a fabulous book this month. It is Busting Loose from the Money Game, and you definitely want to get it out of the bookstore and join Reverend Karen and Aaron Fry to Wednesday nights to go deeper. It's you want to get your socks knocked off. All right. There's a couple of quick things that I want to say before we get started. The first one is to welcome back Reverend Karen. Thank you so much for your support and prayers. Reverend Karen wants you to know that she is totally healthy and cancer-free. And so that is the big CSRW. So, our theme for the year, TSRW, we say it on Sunday mornings, this stuff really works to be polite. But, when the rubber meets the road, it's good to know that this shit really works. Yeah. Really. Right? And when we put our heads together and our prayers together and our hearts together and collectively move in that direction, there's nothing we can't do. Not a thing.
Okay, well, I am busting loose. You'll know why in a second, because that's the book. And I'm busting loose because we're going to cover a lot of ground in a short period of time. So are you ready? Yes. All right. So am I. Oh my gosh, I am so grateful to be here. You have no idea. Thank you all. We'll talk more about that probably one day. All right. So, the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God, so help me you. And that's what we're here today. I want to tell you some truths. I don't want you to be confused anymore. I really don't. Just forget everything we were taught, because some of it's bogus. Truth number one. We live in an abundant universe, yes? Yes. We do. See, isn't that easy for us to sort of maybe go, yes, we live in an abundant universe, yes? Yes. No, we do. Okay, so it is true. And one of my favorite quotes from Ernest Holmes comes from Discover a Richer Life. He says, the universe is abundant, unlimited in every respect. If it were not unlimited, it would have depleted itself long, long ago. Well, how long is long of not depleting itself? Well, so these scientists, scientists, and for all you scientists, you're going to love today's talk. So the scientists have this big satellite, NASA has this big satellite called WMAP, whatever, up in the sky. And they have actually calculated somehow, some way, within about a 1% variation, mind you, that our universe is 13.7 billion years old. So think about it. For 13.7 billion years, this universe has not depleted itself. So there is no chance for depletion. It's been going on for 13.7 billion years. I suspect it's not going to stop anytime soon. Oh, hang on. Don't go there. So to put this into perspective, our particular solar system, the Milky Way, if you've ever had the pleasure of actually seeing it, it's gorgeous. Our Milky Way has been around for 14.7, 14.5, 14.4, sorry. Let's start over. I have a lot of figures I got to get through. 4.5 billion years. And the interesting thing is we humans, we've only been around for a few million. And I just went off the B's to the M's. So for a few millions, which means, folks, it's okay. We're still in our terrible twos. We're stumbling and fumbling about. The humor's coming out. Okay, I love it. Keep going, Karen. I talk to myself. Don't worry. So the universe is not only existing, it's expanding. And it's expanding uniformly, which means there's no edge to it. There's no edge. Just get this. So, there's some concepts that I've been grappling with for a few years, and I thought I'd bring a few in so you too can chew on it for a while. So, it just keeps expanding. Everything that we thought we knew, we find out something else, and all of it changes, right? Our knowledge and our understanding about it changes, and then therefore we expand even more. Now, scientists, those really smart dudes and dudettes, those scientists have sort of figured out that there are between 100 billion, that's a B, 100 billion to a trillion galaxies. We're in one, right? So 100 billion to a trillion galaxies, and within each of these galaxies, there are 100 billion to a trillion stars. Did y'all hear that? So each one, okay. So just so you get it, so I can move on. Did y'all get it? Yeah. Oh, good, I'm moving on. So wrap your mind around that one. And just as you thought, we got it. Guess what? 2 years ago, a really smart dude or dudette did a study, and basically said, well, that assumes that like our own galaxy, the Milky Way, that's spiral shaped, that assumes that these 100 billion to a trillion galaxies are all spiral shaped. That's not the case. Some are elliptical. So when this guy or girl, sort of figured this out, if about a third of them are elliptical, then it went, bam! Everything we knew about stars just tripled. Willie had to figure out how to sign this, so she's proud of it. So, that means, in an instant, we've all of a sudden got 300 yes, I said the word, sextillion. Yes, thank you. You can see it. I can't. Sextillion stars, which is a 3, mind you, with 23 zeros. 3 with 23 zeros, or 3 trillions. Just catch up. 3 trillions to 100 times 100 billion. 3 trillion. I just can't. I have to go on. But so you get it? Oh my gosh! Is this universe abundant? Yes. It is. It is. So I go back to the Ernest Holmes quote. Again, the universe is abundant, unlimited in every respect. If it were not unlimited, it would have depleted itself a long, long time ago. He goes on, life would have exhausted itself, law would have ceased to function, love would have lost its power to harmonize and to heal, and thought and consciousness would have retreated to instinctive reaction. Instead, what do we find? The fish in the ocean lay so many eggs that if they all hatched, the waters would overflow all the lowlands. We'd be stepping on eggs, folks. The stars in the heavens are beyond counting. The grains of sand on the beaches are innumerable. The leaves on the trees continue to multiply. Yes, nature is lavish, abundant, and extravagant. Do you know that there are 600,000 species of mushrooms alone? Who likes mushrooms? I've grown to love them, I guess. Okay, that's a lot of shrooms. So, that's quick examples for us to really get at a cellular level that the universe is abundant. Yes? Yes. Someone stopped me, blew my mind yet again after first service and said, do you know what? Those scientists actually think there might be 5 universes. I just can't even go there, folks. But the point is, get it. The universe is abundant. It's still somewhat beyond my comprehension. It's still somewhat beyond my understanding. And yet, how are we related to the universe itself? And so that's the next truth I'm going to tell you. The next truth is abundance is your divine birthright, and in fact, abundance is your natural state. It is your natural state. A few examples. Your body. Who has one? Who didn't raise their hand? Willie? Oh, you were still talking. confused. Okay, here we go. Buckle up. So, in each of our bodies, we have 37.2 billion cells in our bodies. And it's a little complicated. I read late last night. It was very late. Some of y'all know that. Late last night of New York Times and, how they can measure and this and that. But let's just go with 37.2 billion right now. 32.7 billion cells in our bodies. Do you know that we have 2 billion cells just in our heart pumping and beating? It is our natural state. I also discovered that we're all young. Trust me, this is the truth. The average age of all the cells in an adult's body may turn out to be as young as 7 to 10 years. We're not even hitting our teens anymore. Get that. Every cell, the 37.2, on an average, are replenishing and making itself new on the average 7 to 10 years. I say on the average because I'm only going to give you one example. The lining of our stomachs, they only last 5 days. They don't stick around long. In 5 days, every cell in the lining of our stomachs is born again. When those Christians love to hear that. All right. The whole creation exists in you. The whole of creation exists in you. It is our destiny. It is our destiny to increasingly become aware that this is our natural state. Abundance. Yes?
Yes.
You're with me so far, aren't you?
Yes.
Cool. Here we go. Truth number 3. Oh, we forgot about that. Oh, well, I got to tell you about that. Did I do my heartbeat? Yes. Okay, there's this little thing. I got to tell you, there's this little thing that you can calculate your age. I'm 49. Okay. I'm 49, which means my heart has beat 1.86 billion times, and I have breathed over 387 million breaths. Take a breath. I need to. Oh, that's good. Isn't that amazing? Go Google it. You'll find out how many you've done too. Okay. Now, the truth. Uh-oh. You know what? This is the interesting part. It all changes now. I don't know why. Money makes us be funny bunnies, as Reverend Peter will say sometime. Funny bunnies. You know, what is it about this topic? I don't know. I still yet to figure it out. If I figure it out, boy, will we really be wealthy. But, you know, money sort of gets us all hung up. We know the universe is abundant, yes?
Yes.
We know that we are abundant, yes?
Yes.
So what happens when it starts talking about money? Everything goes to you know what in a hellstorm. So we've been taught some myths and beliefs. And some of us have bought into them. Let me just tell you some. See if any of them go, bing. Money is the root of all evil. Okay, good. Oh, y'all are playing along. I love Joe. There's something dirty or bad about money and the people who have it. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Oh. There's never enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You must control money or it will control you. Some money is always better. More money. Sorry, not some. Y'all wouldn't bing on that. More money is always better. Some people have the money-making skills and others don't. That's nice, y'all. Give me a read. You can't have a lot of money and be spiritual. Net worth is the true measure of wealth and success. You must save for a rainy day. Okay, well, we could bing all day. Really. I mean, we have been told a load of stuff. And it's time to let it go. Some truths. Want some truths?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, money in and of itself has absolutely no value on its own. Think about it. Money has no value of its own. It's only the value that we place on it. It's only the value of what? See, someone handed me this earlier. What this is, and if I threw it on the floor and it's 5, but it was 500, y'all would all be scrambling. Right? It's the value. And it's merely a means, it's only used as a means of exchange. We all know that, got that, okay. And so might I suggest that it might be the way that we can exchange love and appreciation. I'll get to that in a second. Okay? But what money really is, the truth of money is, it's energy. Isn't everything energy? Everything is energy. And what did we just find out about the universe? Infinite abundance. What did we find out about us? Infinite abundance. And so all of that is actually, energy is where all this stuff that we can feel, touch, taste, be with, comes from energy. But what is it about this that makes it all different? Right? What is it about this? And so this amazing book, Busting Loose from the Money Game, I recommend you don't walk, you run, go get it. It will knock your socks off. People have been telling us that is kicking my butt. It's knocking my socks off. Good, and we're going to talk about it on Wednesday nights. But he really goes into this, and he calls it the money game, and guess what? You can't win. You can't win at the money game. Oh, you have to come Wednesday night, find out. But, sorry, I only got so much time. You can't win. Now think about it. I'm just going to give you a little taste. Football. Who likes football? Bing, 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 bing. Okay, well, there are rules. You know how to win the game, right? Baseball, yes? I mean, we could go on and on. We have rules to playing tennis, but there are no rules to the money game, folks. There are none. Just when you think you have enough, oh, no, she has more. I want more. Whatever. You just can't win. How do you ever know when you get there? And so what Scheinfeld does so beautifully, if you stick with it and stick with me, is he moves us into what he calls phase 2, which is kingdom for consciousness. And you will have a different outlook on the greenback, the stuff, this loving stuff called energy, like you've never had before. Because it's just something about it. It's merely energy that we carry around in our pocket or our purse. We're putting the value to it, and it's just moving. It's just moving. And yet, we get to share it. We get to share it. Okay. Ernest Holmes tells us, it is certain that you cannot believe in abundance while identifying yourself with lack. Forget the lack and think only of abundance. So you cannot believe, you can try as you might and think you do. You cannot believe in abundance while identifying yourself with lack. Pretty much everybody in this room knew that I was faced with something. If I had identified myself with it, where would I have been? But I turned from the condition. So we cannot believe in abundance if I identify with lack. And there's a lot of times, I don't know about you, but in my life, I can say, oh, I don't have enough. And so what I really wanted to bring to you this morning, and we have all month that you're going to hear a lot more here on Sundays from Reverend Peter and I, is a really awesome new way of looking at things. And I suspect, and it comes out of the book, I suspect that it's going to help all of us. So I'm going to invite you to pick it up. The truth is, if you start looking at money with appreciation and gratitude, you will bust through. All right. Who here pays a mortgage or rent? Bing, 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 right? So what if every time when I pay my mortgage, I go, oh my gosh, I am so grateful. I am so grateful for my house. I got to spend 3 weeks in this wonderful sanctuary to recover. And it's beautiful. And I have this great couch and the kitty cat and the roof and the tiles, whatever, right? I get to come home to the kitty cat, whatever. You put yourself in it. But what happens sometimes when we pay our rent or our mortgage? Oh yeah, y'all could fill in all those blanks. Right? Moan, groan, I won't be able to pay this or that. You're in what? Lack. We're moving into appreciation and gratitude. What if every time you stop for gas? I do this. Oh, gas is too high. I think I'll go down the block. Let me just try to save 2 cents. But when I stop at the pump for the next week, because we're all going to do this, I go, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that I get to put gas in my car, and I'm able to do that because I got to drive to CSL today and I wasn't at home, which I do appreciate, right? What about in the grocery store? I recently have caught myself. He woke me up. I've caught myself. Organic fruits and vegetables are so expensive. Well, what if I go to gratitude and appreciation with this beautiful mango that I get to eat this afternoon? Are y'all catching on? I mean with everything. Because appreciation is going to grow that energy. You with me? Yes. Love, appreciation, gratitude. And not focus on, I have to pay this medical bill. Oh my gosh, if I did that. Or, oh my gosh, I got to be here because I got to pay that medical bill because those doctors did what they needed to do. Right? That's our practice. That's what I want us to take up during this week, this month, for the rest of our lives. I'm telling you, I know that will grow. It's the universe, the body, but money sort of makes us funny bunnies. I love our adventure in spirit theme. Infinite abundance, prosperous living. One of the best quotes that I've ever seen on prosperity is from Emma Curtis Hopkins. And she says, prosperity means being content in every area and aspect of your life. Prosperous living. Imagine being content in every area and aspect of your life. Oh, I want that for all of us. Contentment. You know? So, infinite abundance. If right now you haven't been reset at a cellular level, all 37.2 billion cells, reset, like mine have been recently, reset to know that, yes, the universe is abundance. Yes, I am part of it. But to really know, no, it is truly my divine right. It is my birthright. My body itself proves it every single day, albeit my heartbeat, my breath, or my whole skeletal system will be replaced in 7 years. It's huge. And so it's time for this one element called money to not trap us. We can have as much as we want, to be free, to be content in all areas and aspects of our lives. Money won't make us happy, but there's no reason in any area of aspect of our life for us to buy in to lack. There's no reason. And so, if you want to come play with me and Aaron Fry on Wednesday nights, buy the book. It's going to be fun for 3 more Wednesdays. And if you can't be here, buy the book and stick with him and ask questions. I realized this morning that I have this wonderful reputation that's followed me here of having a really good abundance consciousness. And yes, I do. And so I thought, wow, I should leave time on Wednesday nights for Q&As and see what Spirit wants to say through me. So we'll be doing that too. And my gosh, if this doesn't prove it, we now just have to embody that this is the same stuff. It's all energy, no exception, and it is our birthright to live an abundant life. And all we maybe need to do to start is appreciate that we have it to give and to receive. We'll talk about receiving next week. Okay. All good? Are you on board?
Yes.
Where's the bing bings?
Bing.
Good. Let us pray. Truly, the one life is. Truly, the one life is that which brings everything forward, that which creates all that is seen and unseen. This one life is called by so many names. Whichever one resonates with you, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Christ, Jehovah, the Tao, Jesus, Allah, the thing itself, Spirit, God. It's only one thing. There's nothing outside of it. No matter how this one thing wants to expand and give itself unto itself, so unabashedly, so freely, so exquisitely. I know this one life is, and I know that I am that. I am. And I know that every single person within the sound of this voice is that too. There's no separation. There's no division. It can't be sliced up. It's not different. And so knowing this, I speak a word for each of us by the power and the authority of the one mind, that we let go of any false beliefs, anything that we've been told that is not true about any lack in our life, in any area, any aspect, anything, especially money, and our abilities to work with it. I declare and claim right here and right now that every single person knows and declares and demands that there is truly infinite abundance. Not only in the universe, it is mine. It is me. It is now. I declare and claim that every single person knows at a deep, deep level beyond the body that we are each here to live a prosperous life. I have come here, and I have come here to live an abundant life, Jesus says. And it is for us, here and now. And so this community takes this up this month and forevermore. This wonderful, glorious, prosperous living, this prosperous life, this generous giving, and this unabashed receiving. We have fun, we live, and we prosper. And so I release these words unto that universal law. The demand has been made. The manifestation is so. I know that it is so. And if you know that it is so, join with me in saying, and so it is. Amen.